Alright, Trial Mob, what you guys are seeing here is not a custom works of other figures. This is an actual Acid Rain release that we will be getting. It looks like the AMM is going to be getting some reinforcements, long-awaited reinforcements. These guys look absolutely incredible, and I'm incredibly excited to just break it all down for you guys because I've always said I wanted to have more reinforcements for the AMM, for my AMM prospectors, and I never really thought we were going to get them again. I wasn't sure how long it would take or what we would get, but they decided to go with a full-on armored military force here, and there's a lot to go over, so let's go ahead and break it down. Alright guys, so to start off this massively cool wave that we're going to be getting from Joyto, we have the Vespid Vanguard. So this right here, you could consider as the base trooper. This is the main army builder that you're going to get from the AMM. I'm pretty sure that at this point, we're not going to be getting any more releases for them for a while. So this would be the military unit that would be the base of the ones that we are seeing here. Now, obviously, that means that this is a fully armored power suit. Basically, they all are, which is an incredible way to choose to do the AAM army. So I appreciate that what we're getting here is already the baseline super badass. So this is reminiscent of the, I don't think it was called the Vespid Vanguard what we got before, but this is basically an updated version of that, right? The Ajax Hoplite, basically that version of the figures that we're getting here. And they come equipped just like we've seen before, rifle, 2 pistols, grenade, knife, but I think they really pulled it off here to look really nice. As you can tell, the blacks, the golds, the yellows, obviously we're seeing some wearing on there. I actually really do like the fact that their headpiece, instead of being, let's say they could have gone with black or yellow, they gave it like a bone white tint almost to it. I really like the way that looks. And then if you look at the assault rifle itself, we've never gotten this specific one the way we see here. It comes with a bayonet, and that bayonet is removable, so you could use it in hand or on the weapon. Love little features like that. They really got to keep bringing stuff like that. I would love to see other attachments. I would love to see, you know, being able to remove the magazine, the sights for the gun. I mean, there's definitely a lot of things they can do, and we are starting to see some of that. So as mentioned before, as you can see right there, we do get the rifle, the 2 guns, the grenade, and the knife that can be basically turned to the bayonet. This is the base, again, this is the base soldier. This is the one that you're going to buy the most of. And they're giving you plenty of reasons to have as many of these guys as you can, because there's about 3 or 4 different versions of this guy. If you buy some of the other sets, and we're going to get into that in a second, but this is the base one that you could be getting here. I definitely suggest if you can get at least 2 of these, I think would be the right way to do it. But as mentioned, because of some of the other things we're about to talk about, you could probably get 4 of them and all of them look a little different. Now, this right here is the Yellowjacket Captain. Okay, so this is now the captain, right? So this is the one that you'd probably just buy 1 of, or maybe buy 4 of the other guys of the Vespid Vanguard and then 2 of these guys. But the point is, this is more so the leader of that group. Not the main guy. We'll get to that in a second, but this is the leader. This would be the captain, right? So we get a lot of the same stuff we've gotten before. This is basically, again, power armor that we're seeing, but it's not exactly the same. There's a few differences here in the pauldrons, in the chest. I believe everything from the waist down is about the same, but there's enough changes up top to warrant it being a totally different character. The gun, as you can tell, is different. The helmet shape is different. I really like the way this one looks, but more or less the outlook of the character, or should I say what the character comes with, his loadout, is basically the same. 2 pistols, grenade, knife that can most likely be used as a bayonet, though I don't. Oh no, I do see it up at the top right. It can be used that way, but again, it's a very standard loadout. But what else do you need? Power armor, a rifle, some pistols, and a bayonet, knife. Awesome stuff. So I really like the way that they've kind of modernized this version of the figure, and again, making it so that it's not just, oh, here's a different helmet, here's the leader class captain. No, they straight up have made this guy different pauldrons, different slightly different, not really a different loadout, but at least a different gun, right? Different armor pieces. I don't mind when there's a little bit of reuse, but I like when there's enough here to differentiate a completely different character. Something that I feel that we haven't really gotten before with anybody else. None of the other factions that we have from Acid Rain, none of them seem to really use the same figure in a different way like this. We just get one figure, right, the Ajax Hoplite, and here's a new helmet that you can get from him from another set. So I like the fact that here we are in fact getting, you know, different pauldrons, different stuff, and you don't have to buy a separate loadout pack to make this guy. They're just giving you a figure like that from the jump. I like that. I really love the fact that we're getting that. And again, it just makes the AMM very, very special in terms of a faction across the board. All right, Trial Mob, and now for the centerpiece of your AMM army, Mason. Oh my god, I cannot believe how badass this character is. Why is this guy badass? Okay, we've never seen that specific assault rifle. He comes with armor in the actual figure itself in terms of those guns that you see on his back, basically like the I forget what the name of the other faction is that has something like this, but instead of needing to buy, again, some kind of separate power armor to have to put on this guy later, he just comes with it, man. This is really, really cool looking. Again, the same stuff that we've seen before, the blacks, the yellows, the white bone, white head, but this guy actually has a skull. Oh my god, does this guy look evil. But that's part of the thing that makes this guy such a must buy. If you decide not to buy anybody else from this line, buy Mason. He is without a doubt the coolest looking one, the most badass looking figure. And I think that if this guy sells well, we will continue to get really, really cool, unique figures that are leader class, like this guy right here. Now, what makes this guy even that much more badass is the fact that they actually made him physically taller than all the other ones. So I know you can't tell in that original photo I showed you at the beginning of the video, but he is in fact about a head taller than everybody else. And it's not because of the power armor, he's physically a bigger, imposing character. And I feel like the fact that he is bigger and he has a skeleton for a head, oh my god, this is one of the biggest must-buys Acid Rain has ever introduced to us. This is going to be probably my favorite character once I get him in hand, and that goes to show a lot of things. One, the fact that I do like the fact that he's a big, bulky character. Love that. And I like the fact that he's also a larger character. They made him taller. They've given him an extra gun that we've never seen before. They've given him I don't really know if I can say I've seen those guns that are on that backpack right there, that back attachment with the extra guns. I don't know if I've seen this one specifically before. So you're getting a lot of uniqueness here. A unique character, unique rifle, unique backpack. Even those pistols, I don't know if anyone can tell me, have you seen those specific pistols? Because I'm looking at them and they look a little too square for anything that I've seen before, but not like some of the stuff we've gotten from some of the other factions. I know we have some other square looking guns, but not these ones. These ones look, again, custom. So again, you're getting a character that from the bottom to the top has never been used before. You can't even say that the underbody is the same because he's taller. So, I mean, maybe there's a few joints in there that have been used the same way, but most of this guy is unique and brand new. So whatever the price tag on this guy might be, you might be paying a premium, but you're also getting something that's going to be, at least for now, unreused, brand new sculpt. All right, Trial Mob, and what would be an army without some mechanized reinforcement? So here we have the Swift Wing Speeder MKL-2A. So this is an absolutely incredible looking bike. And what's really cool about it, before I touch base on anything else, is the fact that you get multiple modularity from the bike itself. So as you can tell at the top right, you can bring it up like it's some kind of, cross A bike, and then you can bring it down like it's some kind of sport bike. Love that already, because that's some modularity we haven't seen before. On top of that, you get 3 other helmet options, which is the reason why I was telling you, you buy that original Vespid and you can buy 4 of them, and one would be regular. You buy one of these and you have a helmet for each one of them, and then you have pauldrons that you can then put on that figure, and that's obviously meant for to make it look more like he's supposed to be like a bike trooper basically. And of course it's supposed to be more aerodynamic, so that is nice, but the bike itself is just really, really nice altogether. The fact that you get that big assault, what would you call it, like a minigun on the back of that, and then you get a modular bike that looks really nice. Again, the blacks, the yellows, it's got a kickstand. This thing comes fully equipped, and I think that's something that really sells it. Now on top of that, the thing thing that makes me like it a lot is the fact that storyline wise, right, in the lore, because the only lore that we really get is from some of the readings that we get, but also from these releases, the fact that lore wise this really follows AMM very, very well. So what happens is this is the fastest basically land speeder that exists in the Acid Rain world, and that really plays into the AMM lore, because they are basically what they're doing is they're getting honey and moving it around, and so because of that they have to be very mobile to be able to respond to threats on the go, because most of the time they're probably on the move. So again, this really plays into the lore. It makes me want this not just because it's cool, but because there's a lot of reason for it. They even mentioned the fact that this is a replacement for something else that they had, but it was too slow to respond, so they had to upgrade to this. So again, for someone like myself who really loves Acid Rain lore and who really loves what we're getting here, it gives me double the reason to want to get it. It's cool storyline wise, and it's a cool piece to have. And what's also nice is that minigun on the back of it actually drops down. That's really, really cool. I love the fact that minigun drops down the way it does, because that's not something that normally you get. You usually get sort of like a static piece. So I really appreciate that they're giving us that option here.